Variables and identifiers. Variable names in Java are called identifiers. Identifiers start with a letter or underscore. There's no practical limit to the length of variable names. They can be over 64,000 letters. Variable names are as long or as clear as needed to explain what the program is doing. The correct syntax for assigning data to an identifier is by using an equals sign, as shown below, with the variable on the left, here, and the value we want to assign on the right, here. So if we want to declare a variable that holds an age, you could write int age equals 30. The data type is int, the identifier is age, and the data value is 30. Here are some more examples. Car, first letter, equals B. Double numpy equals 3.14159, and so on. Boolean, am I very smart, equals true. And int, we are using a very long identifier, this is fine, equals 4. Spacing before and after any operator or symbol is considered good style in Java. So here we have int, this is camel case, space equals space 1 semicolon. This helps keep your code readable. Notice the difference when there are no spaces around the equal sign. It's just not as easy to read. It is preferred when writing in Java to use spacing correctly to help with ease of reading code. When declaring variables, there are certain rules we should follow. Some are required by Java, some make the code easier to read, and all will help you score well on the AP test. Identifiers, or variable names, should start with a lowercase letter or an underscore. Subsequent words should start with a capital letter. This is called camel case. See, the first word has a lowercase letter, the second word has an uppercase letter. Underscores are allowed anywhere in an identifier. Syntax rules. All declarations must end with a semicolon, and variables must be declared and initialized with values. Declaring char variables is slightly different than declaring numeric types. Single quotes must be used around the character you wish to store in the variable, as in the example below. Char letter equals A, with 2 apostrophes. Not using single quotes, like these, will cause a syntax error. Now let's examine these 2 examples. We have char let 1 equals 97, char let 2 equals 97, but now we have those single quote marks. These are both legal, but one has unintended results. Only the second will store the value of 97. The first will yield a character from the ASCII chart, which we do not need to know. Here are some examples of legal declarations. Int, this is camel case equals 1, and you can see that this is camel case. The first letter is lowercase, the second word has an uppercase letter, then another uppercase letter for the third word, and the fourth word is also uppercase. Int variable using underscores has underscores which are allowed, equals 2. Int age in years equals 0, so numbers don't need quotes or single quotes of any sort. Long maximum size found equals 5,430,503,495. Double x2 equals 2.123432223. Boolean, are you hungry, equals false. Char underscores can be first equals t. So here we have an underscore first that is allowed. We will be using camel case in a lot of our identifiers. In the first example above, you can see it in action. Java identifiers may not start with a digit, like here, contain punctuation, shown there, be a keyword or a reserved word used by Java, so while or long, you cannot use those words as identifiers. And they can also not contain spaces, shown here. So all of the following declarations are illegal. Here are some more examples of identifiers that are not allowed. Int, this is camel case. Here we have spaces in between the words. and spaces are not allowed inside of an identifier. Here, int 2x equals 3, identifiers cannot begin with a number, so int x2 would have worked, but 2x will not. Both of the declarations above will cause a compiler error. While it is technically legal to start an identifier with a capital letter, it is not considered good practice. Later on in the course, we will be using capitalized words to name other constructs, so always begin variable names with lowercase letters. Here are some more examples of identifiers that are not allowed. Long equals 3, double while equals 5.9. Java reserved words are not allowed as identifiers. You cannot use the word long as an identifier because it is a data type. You cannot use the word while because that word is used for creating loops, which we will learn about soon. Your IDE will let you know if you have used a reserved word by turning it a different color and creating errors during compiling. Some other reserved words are final, super, return, and throws. You can look online to find a complete list. Every variable must be assigned a value before it can be used in an expression. That value must be from a compatible data type. A variable is initialized the first time it is assigned a value. Reference types can be assigned a new object, or null, if there's no object. The literal null is a special value used to indicate that a reference is not associated with any object. This will be covered more in later units.